Hello, bonjour, ho. It's Friday. It's Friday. We made it. We made it. It's 8 p.m. It's 8:01 p.m. We're on time. I think it all worked. I think the sound is all good. We're still in that phase where we never know if these streams are going to work. I think we're good though. Let's just check the old. I think we're good. Hello. It's me. It's your pal. It's your bud. It's Trevor. My neighbors are probably complaining already about the noise. It's Friday. We are going to be talking about this. Let's bring up the slides there. I see a heart. I see a heart. That's great. That's great news. Great news. Moncour, Toncour. Is that feminine, masculine? Don't know. Today. This stream live coming at you. Future skies. You probably heard that word before from me, that phrase before. We're going to talk a little bit about that. The day we land on Mars. You may have heard a lot. That Mars is in the news. The reason you've heard a lot about it because it is in the news. We're going to talk about that. We're going to wait for a few more people to come on in, but I'll start with some intros. Most of you probably know me. Mom is probably here. My sister's probably here. Dad's probably watching on another device to kick up those view numbers. Some other friends are probably watching. Let's just do some intros, though, even though you probably know me. Hello, it's Trevor. It's Trevor. That's my name. That's what I look like. Yes, I shaved my beard. We'll address that a little bit later. So I kind of look like as I do here. I didn't last time. I run a thing here in Montreal called Plateau Astro. Yes, you probably heard about it. Usually I bring my telescope in the street. Well, turns out I can't really do that too much the last little while, but this is what it looked like. This is what my former life used to look like. There's some more. We used to take photos of the moon with the telescope right here and my phone like this. Very nice. Events. I used to do events when I could responsibly do events. Well, haven't done that in a while, but this is what it looked like. What a memory. Souvenirs. We used to go up to the mountain. We used to watch the full moon come up over the horizon. That's a bald man's head right there. But this is something we used to do. I also used to do a show, and still do. We did it this summer. A show with National Geographic. There's a place called Sutton, Quebec. Sutton, Quebec is a town, and just outside of that town is a little amphitheater, outdoor planetarium, and I did a show called Observatoire. And it's kind of like a tour through the night sky using some headsets. Anyways, my point. There must be a point at some point. I'm an amateur, okay? I did not really graduate from college or university, rather. I'm an amateur, but still I do this stuff. And online. I've been teaching online. I'm not sure if you know this, but you're online right now. So the last year, I've been doing a lot of online teaching. March 14th. The day after it all kind of seemed to shut down was when I did my first live stream. I've been doing live streams quite often on Facebook and Instagram. This was the first time I did it, March 14th last year. And for the smart ones out there, that's the third month, 14th. That's Pi Day. Remember when we said it was only going to be 2 weeks that we had to be locked in? We thought that was forever, 2 weeks. Well, it's been 160, actually more than that now, over 160 live streams. I've been doing this. This sounds really too market-like. Anyways, I've been doing a lot of live streams, but these ones where I do on YouTube and Facebook here with the fancy getup and the brick wall, okay? These are a bit longer, okay? Maybe as frenetic, but they're a little bit longer. This will be about 30 minutes, I think. Okay, and they're kind of like live stream essays. Okay, I kind of like that format. That'd be kind of cool to do that. So this is going to be kind of like a fun live stream essay. Look at you. You're an intellectual. It's Friday night. You're listening to an essay online. Wow. Tell your friends at the office when you can do that again. So hopefully this will be entertaining for you to watch. This one's fun. My gosh, I was wrapping up literally up to 10 minutes ago these slides. I've got 180 slides in here. I'm excited about this one. There's so much good stuff in here. It's fun. Okay. I'm also for hire. We're going to get to the show real quick. For hire. This morning, I was teaching some kids in Ottawa online, teaching them about Mars and the Perseverance rover that's going to land. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. If you have a classroom or a youth group and you want to hire me to do something, pretty affordable rates, if you ask me. Anyways, go to the website, plateauastro.com/contact. Let's get on with the show. Enough with the marketing here, man. Future skies. The day we land on Mars with a cute little graphic, nice little drawing there. What's this about? What is he on about? Let's find out. Well, in the next few days, next Thursday, a week from today, sorry, 6 days from today, NASA is going to land their latest Mars rover on the red planet. It is called Perseverance. It's called Perseverance. This is what it looks like, okay? With some graphic design layered on. It's going to be landing February 18th. That's next Thursday. Next Thursday. And actually, there's 3 things I want to talk to you about in this presentation, this live stream essay tonight. 3 things. Okay. First of all, how we're going to be able to see it on February 18th. Can we see Mars? We can. A little bit difficult to see, but I'm going to show you how we can do this. The second thing, we're going to talk about these free coloring sheets that I just showed in that last image, how you can get a free one of them printed off your own. Well, there's another way too. And the third one, I'm going to give you a tour of this thing here. You probably heard me yak on about this through Christmas, okay, in the last few weeks. This Future Skies coloring book. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay, this thing. It's the thing I sell. Now, this isn't going to be an ad, okay, but I want to tell you some of the stories of some of the other artworks that are in there. Of course, I turned to a page that doesn't have art on it. Another one, okay. Anyways, we're going to go through some of these, learn all about them. Should be lots of fun. Okay. And also, we're going to figure out how does he know the sky is going to look this way? How the hell does, sorry if you've got kids out there, sorry. How the hell does he know that the sky is going to look with the moon right beside Mars? We're going to figure this out. I'm going to show you what the sky is going to look like, use some tools. Remember, I'm not a pro at this. I am an amateur. You can see it in my eyes, okay? But I'm going to use this as an example, okay? How I'm going to know what the sky is going to look like. I have some iPad apps I'm going to show you. And what I want to do, this is a photo I took at a park called Marquette Park. Oh, I got to check that in, I forget. You see those 2 pipes right there? Those 2 smokestacks right there? Is there a way we could figure out if the moon would ever be in between there and we could take a photo of it? Wouldn't that be cool? Is it possible? We'll find out. We'll find out. It's called a teaser. Okay. All right. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be really cool. Super cool. It would be a absolute dump truck of cool if we could get a photo of the moon in between those smokestacks. Let's see if we can do it. All right. I'm not going to do any news because this is so jam-packed. I was thinking of doing that. We're already, what, 8.5 minutes in? Scrap it. Scrap it. Screw the news. Screw the news. Okay? We got so much to cover. This will be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. All right. First off, how to see Mars. How to see Mars. You can see Mars with the naked eye. You don't need a telescope like old Layla behind me. You don't need one. Don't need one. February 18th is an important day. An important day. That is, it's special. Why is it special? Because back in July, when it was warm out here in Montreal, something special happened. NASA, USA, launched their Mars rover from Earth up into space. And since July, 7 months ago, this little robot has been coasting along from Earth, going all the way to Mars, and it's almost there. It is almost there. If you were, floating beside the little robot, this is what it would look like. You'd be coming into Mars. You're 6 days away. This is what it would look like. Very vulnerable, my gosh. Okay. The robot that's going to land on Mars, it is called Perseverance, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. An absolute dump truck of a robot, if you ask me. It's big. It is very, very big. How big? How big, we say. Here's some other old rovers that have landed on the surface before. If you've ever seen the movie The Martian, Matt Damon. The little one landed 1997. It's called Pathfinder. Okay, small little microwave oven sized little thing. It's called Pathfinder. We landed some other robots there later, Spirit and Opportunity, and those are the one that's standing next to those people in the white jackets. Perseverance. Perseverance, how big is that? It's this big, okay? It's pretty bonkers, okay? It is about the size of a small car. This is just outside my place. Don't be creepy. Sell my car. I don't know. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. It's about the size of a small car, okay? When are we going to be able to see this? When is it going to land? It's going to land next Thursday. Next Thursday, sometime around like 1 p.m. Eastern time, Pacific time, something like that. Okay, February 18th. Okay, lock this date and this time, this date in your brain, February 18th, next Thursday, okay? What's it gonna look like when it lands? We're not gonna get live video of this because Mars, I don't know if you know this, is very, very, very far away, okay? So it's all automated. They've written all the code for this to all take place. This is what's gonna happen. This is bonkers what's gonna happen here. So it's coming in very, very fast to Mars, and it has to slow down very quickly, very quickly. And this is what it's gonna look like, okay? This is coming from NASA. I did not animate this myself, okay? I did not make this in Keynote, okay? So this is a video. It's coming into Mars really quickly. Again, this is gonna happen on Thursday. Coming very fast. It's getting into the Mars atmosphere, okay? The heat shield is kind of protecting it here. It's gonna release this parachute, but the parachute doesn't really, it does stuff, okay? But not much. It doesn't slow it down enough. So they have to do this thing where they're gonna drop it, and it's gonna light these rockets to slow it down even more, okay? This looks like a Michael Bay movie, but it's all necessary, okay? And the robots are checking where should we land, and it lowers it down on this crane and softly puts it on the surface, like that, okay? This is like this should star Bruce Willis in here or something like that. But this is actually what's gonna happen, actually gonna happen. There's gonna be lots of live streams all about this. I'm not gonna do one because I'm not, there's better people to do all that. If you have questions about that, throw that into the chat. You can ask me. I can maybe send you a link to some place. Wouldn't it be cool to start and have a drink of water? Wouldn't it not be cool on the day that the robot lands on Mars and you could like point your finger to Mars and sort of tell yourself like humans landed something on that red dot today? To me, I get taken in by that stuff. Be able to actually point to it and look at it. Some astronomers they sit in front of computers all day and don't actually get to look up at the sky, which is unfortunate. Me, I like to look at it and say, yes, that is where we sent something. Well, you can. You can. I'm here to tell you yes, but you might ask yourself, okay, where is it? Where can we see it? All right. This is from my street last night, and I swear, I'll make this even bigger for you. I swear Mars is in this photo. I swear. Okay. Where is it? Right, right there. It's right there. That little dot right there. Okay. It is. That is it. That is it. Okay. But finding that is, that's hard. That's hard. It's not easy to find Mars, okay? Okay, it is there. You can do it, but it's not easy to do it. But luckily, I have great news. I have great salvation for you, because this week, it's actually going to be much easier to find. In fact, the day that we land on Mars, we're going to have a giant arrow pointing towards it. Metaphorically, okay? So here's the sky, what it looked like yesterday, because I recorded this yesterday. Mars is kind of in the south part of the sky. I'm gonna play this little video for you, and we're gonna see over the next few days, the moon is gonna look like a crescent, and it's gonna get higher and higher and closer to Mars, okay? It's gonna appear closer, I should say, okay? So this is what it looks like today, the moon, and each day, the crescent moon is gonna get a little bit more lit up and get closer and closer towards Mars. And until finally on the 18th, it's going to be right beside Mars. So the day that Perseverance, NASA's new Mars rover, lands on the surface, the moon is going to be right beside it. That's just a coincidence. The eggheads down in research at NASA did not plan this for us. This is just a coincidence, but a good one at that one. At that happy little accident, as a painter of mine once said. Bob Ross was not my friend. Nice man, gentle soul. So that night, February 18th, look to the sky, see the moon, and then up and to the right, you'll see Mars. And it's a little bit of a tinge red, okay? So you'll actually be able to see where we spent this craft. So the day we land, it's gonna be right next to the moon. I want you to remember this day. Okay, this is an important day. Okay, this doesn't happen very often that we land things on Mars. Only a handful of times we can count that we've successfully landed things. People try, sometimes they fail, and the times we do make it are very, very quite rare. So I want you to remember this day. People will ask you, where were you? Your future children will beg of you, Mom, Dad, where were you? I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay. This is my strategy to make you remember it. This is a drawing. This is a drawing of what the sky will look like on the day that the Mars rover lands there, and it's drawn here in the plateau. Okay, so here's another shot of it. This is taken in the plateau. All right, Ab Duluth and Laval. Okay. Okay, so this is what the sky will look like. Now, obviously, the moon and Mars isn't in there. This is just sort of a simulation of what it'll kind of look like. If you've ever seen that wacky lamp shop on Duluth, that's where it is. Okay, here's another photo of it. I took this the other day. All right, the lamp shop, very featured in this. They should be paying for this. They aren't. Shame on them. Shame on them. Don't buy a lamp there. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get sued. I'll prove that this photo here was taken in the plateau, and this is all going to take place there. Here is a site I'm sure you've heard of, Google Maps. Okay, I'm going to zoom in right here in past tense because this is a screen recording. Zooming in on the plateau, and we see Av Duluth and Av Laval there. And I'm going to go to a street view, drag the little guy there, and let's see what we see. We see that same building right there with the blue top. This is where it's going to happen. So if you were to stand here next Thursday, February 18th at 6:30 p.m., you would see that blue building and you would see Moon and Mars beside each other. So this is what it would kind of look like. Maybe not drawn into the sky like that, but you get the idea. So here it is. Here it is. I hired my friend to do this. Who did this? Who did this? Okay. If we zoom in on the bottom right here, we see this name here, Deborati. Deborati. For those in the know, this might seem familiar. This name, Deborati. Deborati. Wait, I've heard this one. This woman's a classic. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Deborati Das. I would call her a national treasure, but really she's a solar system treasure. This is her. She works for NASA and other agencies. I really should check on that. This is her at McGill, not on Mars, looking at rocks. So she's a geologist. And I did an article on her a long time ago, okay? Long time ago being last July, okay? She studies data taken from the current Mars rover there. So she actually drew this, okay? So this is me. I haven't colored in a long time, years perhaps. And this is me the other day turning into, look at the beard, my God, okay? Me, coloring, look at me. I'm a 32-year-old man and I was coloring, okay? Why didn't you guys tell me that this beard looked so ridiculous, okay? Good thing we shaved that off, okay? Even my friend Nisa, maybe she's watching here, I don't know, she texted me today, beard trim, I know, right? Do we regret it? Do we regret it? I think it was a good move. It's time. It was time. You don't want to get too attached. Possessions are fleeting. Anyways, my point of all this, I was coloring in this the other day, okay? I've got some right here. Let's see if I can give you a bigger view of this. I actually got a lot of these, okay? Here it is right there. I've got a bunch more right here. We're going to talk about that in a second. Coloring it in right there. That's what it looked like. Okay, so this takes place at Laval and Duluth in the middle of the plateau by the lamp shop. Okay, so if you were to stand on February 18th at 6:30 p.m., this is what the sky would look like. Of course, I took this at daytime, not nighttime. So, okay, so I think this is a really cool way to try to remember what the sky is going to look like. Okay, this is free. This is free. You've probably heard me yammer on about Future Skies before, the coloring book before. These are not free because I need to eat and pay for internet to talk to you. But this drawing here, this is free. It's a free download. Okay, I paid Deborati, of course. I'm not a monster. You can't do that to a grad student. You can download and you can print this for free. Okay, I made a web page for it. Okay, you can go to plateauastro.com and you can go to Future Skies. And there's a link there for that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And this is what it looks like when you print it off. It's a PDF. You can print it off. Okay. On the right-hand side is the image. On the left-hand side is a little description of what you're going to see, the location, the date, and all that. Things you're going to want to store forever. Okay. Your children will ask you. And some information about Deborati just because she's so rad. And I also did this in French because you know, I'm nice like that now, okay? Je parle un peu de français maintenant, so we did it. What if you don't have a printer, okay? I don't have a printer, okay? Who has a printer, okay? I don't have one. What do? You don't have a printer. Trevor, what are we supposed to do? This is, I think, the cool part of all this, and I'd love to do more of this over the coming months and throughout the year. You can pick up a free copy, okay? This cafe I'm going to mention, I didn't really know them up until like 3 weeks ago, okay? So I'm really happy how this is going to turn out. You can pick up a free copy of this yourself. There is a cafe called Cafe ISO. I always forget if it's ISO or ISO. Let's go ISO. Cafe ISO, right here, on the same location that this is taken, all right? Just behind this building, just a kitty corner of it. Cafe ISO. They're very nice people, very fantabulous folks. Cafe ISO. They're so good that I even took a time lapse of the space station, a long exposure shot of the space station flying over them about 2 weeks ago. Great folks. They're adorable, okay? Absolutely, positively adorable folks. Cute as a button. They posted the free copies that I gave them, so they're available for pickup there. I gave them a bunch of copies, so go there, okay? Go there. They're nice people. They're on Ave, Duluth, and Laval. They're not paying for this. I just doing this. I needed a partner for this. I think this is a really cool idea, okay? Get local companies sort of involved. Go and buy a coffee while you're there too, all right? This place opened up November 2019. Imagine the timing on that one, okay? Great people. Go just say, can I get a Mars coloring sheet? They'll be happy to give it to you. Happy to give it to you. Cafe ISO here, Duluth and Laval. I have 2 ands there. One completely spelled out and one as a symbol. Duluth and. Why not? Okay? That's how you know it's true. This, of course, is part of an entire larger project. Okay? You've heard me talk a lot about this the last few months, okay? Super proud of this. I'm super proud of this. So proud. I'm going to bring my screen bigger right here. Let's talk about this for a moment. Okay, let's go back to my slides because I don't know what else to talk about. Okay, part of a larger project called Future Skies. There's an English version and there's a French version, of course, Ciel Avenir. I think I'm getting my pronunciation correct there. Livre coloring book in French. What is this? Some of you might be wondering, you might not be hearing this. No, you will be hearing this for the first time. What is he talking about? Future Skies? This guy sells a coloring book? Wasn't he that guy who had his metal tube in the street years ago? He's making coloring books now? Oof. Talk about late-term capitalism. All right, what this is, this coloring book has 10 scenes. 10 scenes of what the night sky is going to look like throughout 2021 based here in Montreal. I'll explain, okay? 10 scenes. So yeah, 10 scenes of what the sky will look like in Montreal throughout the rest of this year, okay? We need things to look forward to. We need an excitement garden, okay? We need to have things to look forward to through this year because last year was, hand wavy GIF. So this is what this book tries to do. So what I've done is I've hired 10 artists. Why don't I just go like this? I've hired 10 local artists from here. I've given them all the specifications for 10 dates of what the sky's going to look like here in Montreal. I found where the moon is going to be, if there's going to be planets near it, a location in the city, maybe an iconic building or a statue or an Olympic stadium there. And I sort of given them all this sort of direction of like, could you draw this for us? Do it black and white so people can eventually color this in. So I'm going to do a quick little tour. If you have your coloring book, bring it out. Bring it out and come along with me. I'm going to go through all 10 of them. I'm not going to go at length for them, just maybe a couple seconds for each, a couple seconds being maybe 25, 30 seconds. I'm not going to go on all night long, okay? I'll give you a little tour of each of these. I think it's a really unique way to sort of enjoy the city and learning to enjoy the sky. Go, let's get into it. Okay, the first one. The first one in here is called Moonrise. Moonrise. Each of them have a name. They each have a date and a time, a location, and of course an artist who did it. So this is Moonrise. This is going to happen on May 26th. And it's going to happen at BELVÉDÈRE KONDIARONK. I'm going to have to learn how to say that because I'm going to have to say it a lot over the next few months here. This is the BELVÉDÈRE Montreal. So if you're looking out over the city skyline on top of Montreal, this is where it takes place. Okay, this is made by the artist Slost. Wonderful, wonderful person. Gotten to know them pretty well the last year. What I do is I gave them some direction of what the sky is going to look like. Okay, so I would go to Google Maps and I would say the general direction that I want to face for this, and where the thing I want in the sky, where it would generally precisely be. Let's say precisely be. So you can see that red dot right there. Okay, this is looking out over Montreal from Google Street View. That is where the moon would be at the certain time that I give them. And I look through my different iPad apps and I try to find, exactly which time this event is going to occur. Okay, this took some time. And yeah, you can get very specific there. I went through my own photos to give them a better idea of what they should be drawing here. Okay, so you can see that little moon in the background. This is from a previous moonrise I did years before. The irony of this photo is that the guy singing right there, at this moment, I took this photo because he was singing "Here Comes the Sun." Way off, this guy. Wrong celestial object, man. And then I gave the artist, here's where the actual moon is going to be. So if you can draw it where it actually is, that would be great. Lomberg. Here's another photo that I gave Slost. I'm not going to go through all the detail of every single one of these. That would be torture. Just this first one, I want to get specific for it. So I gave her all of this information. I gave each of these artists this information. And this is what she gave back to me, okay? She's got a very unique art style. So this is what the sky will look like on May 26th. I think that's time. At, I got to check the exact time, 8:30 p.m. If you have it with you, sound off, sound the alarm in the comments with what the time actually is there. And so this is what it'll look like, okay? Maybe there'll be somebody there with a guitar, but that is where the moon will be. This is what it will look like from the BELVÉDÈRE KONDIARONK. We're gonna get that right someday. This is what it will look like from there. So there's 10 of these, okay? Now I'm gonna go quicker for each one, okay? Because in terms of time, it's Friday, You gotta catch up on season 4 of Frasier, I'm sure. Okay, the next one, solar eclipse. There's gonna be a solar eclipse in Montreal, visible here in Montreal. This is gonna happen June 10th. It's gonna happen early in the morning, about 5:30 in the morning, so prep for that. Again, we're gonna see this from the same place. These are gonna happen at different places around the city, but just for this one, same place. This is made by Catherine Grimo, okay? This one's fun. This one is fun. Here's what it will look like from here. The moon blocking out the sun. Now you're gonna need some eclipse glasses, which I've got a whole box over there. I got like 400 eclipse glasses. Ray needs 400 eclipse glasses. Anyways, this is what it'll look like from on top of the mountain there. I've got all the directions, all right. This took research, folks, took research. This one's fun because it's got little Easter eggs in it, like a little raccoon eating what looks like a apple core. Who knows? All right, next one. Neon Moon. This one I'm super excited about. June 18th. Okay, let's have Ad Montreal and Saint Laurent. Ita Sonnenschen. I think their Instagram username is Reality Salad, which is cute as a muffin. Okay, muffin top. Okay, these are the images I gave her at this street corner, and that moon. You can see the moon emoji right there. Here's what it looks like at night. Okay, you got that neon sign on the side of the building there. Looks really, really cool. I don't know why they put it up there, but it looks really neat. So whatever, aesthetically space pleasing. Okay, moon will be up there. And this is the drawing she gave back, her illustration. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Let's go back and forth. Oh my gosh. Have I not been sharing my screen? I've been a ding dong the entire time. Okay. I wasn't showing my screen the entire time. Okay. How long has that been going on for? 4 minutes. Okay. 4 minutes. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna go back in time really quickly. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. All right. We'll edit. This won't air, actually. Okay. Here's what the sky will look like. Moonrise, May 26th. Here's what it'll look like. My facial expressions must have been great on there, right? Looking downwards like this, right? Okay, fantastic. Let's do it again. Let's have a drink of water, and we'll do it again. I looked at the camera the entire time I took that drink of water. Pretty good. All right, there we go. There's my sister saying, there we go. We can see the images now. Good. May 26th. This is why you need like a whole cast and crew. Okay? Jiminy Christmas. All right. Let's make sure for sure that it's going to be there. There we go. Full screen. Let's full screen this. Slowest. Awesome. You've heard me talk about her. This is what it looked like from Google Street View with the moon right there. I drew all the specifications. I've already mentioned this stuff. My gosh. Okay. There's the exact time. This is an image showing this chucklehead here with his guitar from years ago. This is where the moon will actually be on that date, May 25th. Dun, da, da, da. That's another image I gave her. This is the actual artwork. Boy, I bunged that hard, didn't I? All right, you get the idea. You get the idea. Taking the actual images showing her, giving her the actual specifications, giving her some direction, and she brings this. Really cool. Really cool. Oof. Okay, let's go through these. Let's catch up. All right, the next one, solar eclipse. Solar eclipse, June 10th. June 10th. Gosh, am I looking forward to June 10th? Boy, is it going to be cloudy, I bet. All right, from the Belvedere KONDIARONK, we're going to get there, from Catherine Grimo. This is what it'll look like from the same spot a few weeks later, okay? Not the moon rising, but this time the sun rising and the moon blocking out the sun partially. You're going to need some eclipse classes for this, okay? Okay, this is what it'll look like. And of course, you missed it before because I wasn't sharing my screen properly. This is what it will look like with the raccoon beside it. Very good. Very good. Okay, now we're caught up. Now I think we're caught up. This one I'm super excited about. Neon Moon, June 18th. Avant Royale, Saint Laurent by Reality Salad. I should have put their Instagram username there, but I think that might be German. Ita? Sonnenschein? Let's see. I paid them $75, so I oh my gosh, I revealed how much they get paid. That's pretty good. All right, here is the source imagery I gave them. Okay, the moon is going to be a first quarter moon up there in the sky. Okay, at about 6:30 p.m. I gotta say, this is what it looks like at night. Okay, look at that neon wall there. Okay, okay, and then here is the image Reality Salad gave me. Okay. Look at that. This one is going to be so fun to color in, I think. So we'll go back and forth. This is where I screwed. This is where I realized that I didn't have my my slide showing. So we're back. We're back. Okay. Back and forth. Look like that. You see anybody special in there? Huh? Right? Look at that. Look at that. Okay. See this? Yes. She drew me in the photo. We'll just erase him out of there eventually. Okay, that one I'm super excited for. June 10th. June 10th. Yes, I think so. Crescent moon. This one. July 12th. 3 days from my birthday. Better remember. You heard it here first. Belvedere Tremont. This is on the other side of the mountain. This is my friend Ariana. She's an amazing illustrator. Okay. Here's some of the source photos that I gave her. You can see the crescent moon up there on top of the mountain. This is where I did those Sunset Club events this summer. People are masked up. Okay. Beautiful place to watch a sunset. Okay. This is what it's going to look like on July 12th, the date I just said and remembered here. She drew this right here. I'll bring this full screen right there. Okay. So you can see the outlook there, the look out there. You see the moon up there, and I think there's gonna be Mars and Venus. If you have a coloring book, you can check this for you. There she is, and then she drew her and her boyfriend in there. Goosey. It's a good kid. And of course, she did the cover for it. Okay, she did the cover. Okay, and I'm in love with the cover. The image of the cover is my background wallpaper on my phone. It's very good. She did an awesome job. Her art is amazing. Okay, there we go. Zoom in very cinematically. All right, I'm going to speed up a little bit here. Tam Tam's Moon. Tam Tam's Moon. August 1st. August 1st. This will take place. Where else? The Tam Tams. This is by. Oof. Wait a minute. I've heard this name before. Deborati. That's right. That's right. She's done this one too. This is at the Tam Tams. Okay, the angel statue there. Okay, the moon will be out visible during the daytime at about 12 noon, and she drew this. Okay. Now I don't see any masks on these people, but hopefully by August 1st. Maybe some good will come out, and all these people will be vaccinated folks. We'll see. We can pray. And of course, she's so awesome that she sent me a colored in version as well, because she's just she goes above and beyond. Goes above and beyond. Okay, Moon and Macadam. This is where August 19th, Place de Fleur de Macadam, Sydney Baines. This is where I set up my telescope a lot in the street. Okay, so I'm really excited for this one too. This is the source imagery here. We'll see the moon up in the sky there. And then to the left, we'll see Saturn and Jupiter. And if you look at it, you can kind of see the little dots for Jupiter. You can also check out what time, or sorry, what moons will be visible on that date at that time. It's really cool. And here's the illustration they did for that. So I'm super excited to draw that one. Huge moon in the background. My gosh, gargantuan. Olympic moon. This one. Oh my gosh, John. If you're listening, John. Oof, thank you very much. Thank you very much. September 4th. September 4th. Okay. Parc La Fawn. This is near the Olympic Stadium. My friend JP Goslin, John Goslin. Look at this. So this is a photo I took with an emoji on it, so nothing special. You can see the Olympic Stadium from this park right there. And if you go there early in the morning on September 4th at about 4 a.m., you'll see a crescent moon sort of coming out, rising out from above the Olympic Stadium. And this is the image, this is the illustration that he did. And this one is so cool. I would love to get this blown up and maybe colored in, or just have the black and white version. That one's just so cool. I can't wait to see that one. Happens at 4 in the morning. I made the darn thing, and hopefully I'll have the wherewithal and the energy to go and see it myself. Okay. Also, too, I took a long exposure shot of the space station flying in this exact location. So we've tested it. We've tested it. Should be good. Okay. Venus or Oratory. This one, September 17th, Beaver Lake, Lac de Castor, by Indigo Hammer. Okay. This one, Beaver Lake, is incredible to watch a sunset. And Venus. Very, very bright planet. Brightest of the planets we can see here. Will hover just above the Oratory. I should have zoomed in on this photo. I didn't, but just in the distance there, down to the right of that red circle, you can see the Oratory, and Venus will hover just above it on that date. So Indigo made this. It's kind of spooky looking, I'll admit, but I'm super excited to color this one in too. Okay, we got a few more left. Let's go through. Moon over Mount. This one, October 14th, Jeannemont's Park. This one, I was like, this one is different than the others. And the reason why, I gave her some source imagery here. It says Jeannemont's Park. I was like, why does this one seem so different? Because she did it from a third-person perspective. Okay, I think all the other ones have been first-person perspectives. This one, third-person perspective. Okay, so you see the cross there. You'll see the moon, and to the right of the moon, you'll see Jupiter. No, you'll see Saturn. And to the left of the moon, you will see Jupiter. That'll be a fun night. Hopefully it's warm. Okay, last one. This one is going to be it's so cool if all my math has worked out. Lunar eclipse. So we're going to see a solar eclipse in June. We're going to see, a solar eclipse is where the moon blocks out the sun. Okay, it's going to be partially blocked out. Okay, then in November 19th, should be warm. Hopefully, then November 19th, we're going to see a lunar eclipse. This is where the moon is going to turn red. Okay, this is going to happen at Parc La Fontaine, which is gloriously just not too far away from me. Okay, it's by Selena Russo, and you probably maybe see me post photos of the little what's it called, a slingshot, the tree that befelled a few years ago. and they made it into a slingshot. This is what the source imagery I gave her. The moon will appear just above the slingshot, and so she sent me this. Okay, I'm super excited for this one. This one's gonna be so cool to look at. Kind of gets you excited for things that are going to happen this year. Okay, now I should mention all these are sort of based in Montreal with the imagery there, but they'll happen in other cities too. Just your scenery will look a little bit different. But the moon and the planets and all that, they will still happen on these dates. So if you live out in like Edmonton or something like that, and you have one of these, not that I'm talking to a sister right now, yours is on the way. There's a story behind that. You can still use these even if you're not in Montreal. These days I've mentioned are kind of just like ordinary days. Okay, they're maybe save from the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses, but these are just days that like you wouldn't hear about in the news. They're not going to do some special feature on CBC or CTV saying like, hey, go out and make sure you watch the sunset on July 12th because it's going to be really cool. They're not going to mention that. Okay, so then why bring it up? I think it's cool to be excited for ordinary days ahead of us. Okay. Last year, we didn't really have many things to look forward to. In fact, it was kind of fearful and kind of, frankly, kind of annoying. So this, turning ordinary days, trying to make them special. I think that's sort of a good strategy for getting through this year and for years to come. And also, I can maybe make a few bucks out of it too, which is also a good thing too. So when people say like, are you looking forward to anything in 2021, you're going to be that guy or gal or NB. Yeah, I'm looking forward to July 12th at 8:41 p.m. And you're going to be the most interesting person at the Zoom cocktail party. Very good. Very good. Can I buy one? Jiminy Christmas. Of course you can buy one. In fact, if you're here, you probably already have bought one. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Yes, of course you can buy one. I don't want this to be an ad, okay? I just want to show you. These are dates that'll, even if you don't buy one, good to just get excited for these dates anyways. You're going to see these in the sky. Maybe you're not into coloring. Maybe you hate coloring. You know, maybe you think Crayola are a bunch of crooks. They kind of are. I want you to get excited about it. If you don't buy them, hey, I'm not gonna push you. But the $20 plus tax, because I'm a registered man now. I don't want to get thrown back into jail. You go to the website, and you can find them there. I ship them to you. People who have ordered a few weeks ago and haven't received yours yet, the print shops are now open again, and I've got a whole batch. I'm sending it soon, so don't worry. They're available in N and FR. That's English and French. And so because, again, I don't want to get sued. And so they're available in English and French. The descriptions have been translated by a real French person who teaches astronomy. Okay, she actually works at the planetarium. Miriam Latulip. She did a fantastic job. And it's actually translated not by Google Translate. Or what's the other one? Deep L? Deep T? Anyways. Here's the question. How, and I realized Jack, who's a kid, was listening into the show. I won't swear this time. How do you know? How the heck do you know that the sky is going to look that way? All right. What makes you so confident? All right. How does he know these things? That's more for my sister. She recognized it. Well, how does he know? Okay. I started off the show. Have I gone for 45 minutes? Jiminy. All right. I'll hurry up here. I'll go briefly on this one. I'll go the speed that it requires. These smokestacks here are at a park called Parc Marquette. I think I'm missing a name in there. I think it's a two-part name. Parc Marquette. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get a photo of the moon in between these two smokestacks? Can it be done? Will it blend? Can he do it? Well, I have fantastic news for you. 2021 is about to get, he's heard it all. I'll just put that onto there. Yes, he's heard it all. Well, I try to treat this like a 1990s Simpsons episode. You're gonna learn. This is a learning experience. Okay, can we get a photo of the moon inside of these smokestacks here, these chimney stacks? We're gonna start by I'm gonna show some apps and stuff, but we're gonna do just some fundamentals here, okay? And we're gonna start with a drink of water. Actually, let's just take a little break. Okay, we'll go through some of these comments for just a second here. I'll just go here. Let's take a little breather. Let's stretch here. Let's stretch here. We have a sister. Good evening. All Trevor's sister here wanted full credit. Jack says yes. Cool. Jack. Oh, thank you for your question on our Cosmic Club, Cosmic Club show a few weeks ago. That was great. Thank you for that. My sister, again, thank you, Cafe East, for bringing out the independent guy by Arizona Plateau Astro and passing out free copies. If I didn't live in Alberta, I would come and check you out. Yes, absolutely. I'm not sure if they have gluten-free food, though we're not going to talk at length about my sister's dietary restrictions here. Natalie Waylett, we can't see your screen anymore, buddy. Yep, old news, we know. Savannah Goyette, I'm not seeing the picture right now. Should I be? You should have been. Good thing we remedied that, okay? And we had a third voice. We don't see the images anymore. I bet Jack was just, let's not watch this anymore. Let's change the channel. Change the channel. Sister chimes in. There we go. Haha. We see the images now. Good, good, good. Oof. Here we go. We got some parental commentary here. Are there 2 other nations that are going to Mars soon? Yes, 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 yes. So 3 nations have sent. So China and United Arab Emirates, they sent theirs around the same time, back in July. The United Arab Emirates, they got into orbit around Mars on Tuesday. It was their first time? Yeah, first time. So they successfully got into orbit around Mars. They're not going to be landing. That's not they're not doing that, okay? By design. But they did it, so good for them on their first try. And that sounds so so condescending. On their first try, they did it. Very good. China. They also got into orbit on Wednesday, and they're going to hang out in orbit, but they also have a rover. But they're doing something a little bit different. They're going to hang around in orbit around Mars for a couple of months, and I think about in May or June, they're going to slow down, and then they're going to put the rover on there. The United States is the only country that has successfully landed stuff on Mars without crashing. So if China does it, that's a pretty big matzo ball. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, thank you, Papa Tim, for that question here. Landis, wow, amazing job to all those artists. You did such a great job in the coloring book. Good, thank you. And Tracy, we already have ours. Looking forward to coloring. Good. Well, hopefully you can print off one of the sheets for February 18th. If you do, send it my way. Love to see it. He's heard it all. Yes, all manner of speaking. Very offer. Parc Père Marquette. That is the park. Robin Edgar, you've just been reminded of one of my favorite David Bowie songs. Is There Life on Mars? I think that's what we're going for. Or Queen. No, there's children watching. We can't say all the David Bowie names. Gene. All right. Let's share this screen again here. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Where were we? We want to get a photo of the moon in between these 2 chimney stacks here. Can it be done? Will it blend? Let's find out. So we're going to start with a little bit of compass learning, okay? What are you talking about? Why are we learning about a compass, Trevor? We're going to find out. So this is a compass icon, okay? You've seen one of these before, okay? You know at the top, there's north. And then on the right-hand side, there is east. And then south, and then west, okay? I know you've seen this, all right? North, south, northeast, south, and west, okay? Now, a compass is really just like, it's kind of in the shape, well, it is in the shape. It's in the shape of a circle. And circles are interesting because they have degrees, okay? There's a certain number of degrees in a circle. How many degrees are in a circle? 360. Don't ask me why 360. Why not 100? I don't know. It's 360 degrees. There is historical reasons, I believe. 360 degrees in a circle. Let's look at a compass again and think not in terms of north, east, south, and west, but in terms of degrees. I'm going somewhere with this, I swear, because I spent all afternoon planning this. So typically on a compass, we see north, east, south, and west. We're going to take those away and wait for the animation to run, okay? And instead, we're going to think in terms of degrees here. So up at the top, we're going to have 0 degrees. Okay, so if you were taking your compass, okay, and rather than thinking north, but if you were pointing north, it would be pointing 0 degrees. 0 degrees. Okay. If we go the other way, we add some degrees to this, and we're looking east, it would be 90 degrees. Okay, see that sort of right hand, right angle there? 90 degrees. So east becomes 90 degrees. South becomes 180 degrees. Okay, west becomes 270, and north is 360, but it sort of reverts back to 0. Okay, so we spin around. You're moving 360 degrees, and we're doing that with a compass. But instead of north, east, south, and west, we're going to use numbers. Okay, so in between 0 and 90, the halfway point of that would be 45 degrees, and any point in between. But we're just going to worry about these sort of big numbers to begin. Let's look at a map. Let's look at a map. Okay. And I'm going to use this app called Photo Pills. This is not, I'm not going to belabor this too much because it gets a little bit dorky, but I just want to show you how you can plan out a shot like this. It can be done. It's not just criminal astronomical magic. There's tools out there that people use, like me, and photographers to actually plan these shots out. So one app is called Photo Pills. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen in just a moment here. Okay. What I want you to really focus on here is up in the top, kind of near there, just under planner. You see it says 140.1. I'm gonna when I bring my iPad up, sort of focus on that because that number is going to change as we sort of move directions. Okay, all right. And keep in mind, north being 0, east being 90 degrees, south being 180, west being 270, and north being 0 or reverting 360 to 0 again. There's another app I'm going to use called Stellarium. Okay, this is what I use to look at the sky. In this app here, this shows a different point of view. It shows our sort of first-person point of view. I want you to focus on these numbers just when I do explain it. It says AZ, it stands for azimuth. You don't know more about that. And alt, that means altitude. See where there's 180 right there? I'm going to point that out. So just when I do share my screen, just watch out for that stuff there. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to try to find a date. What date and what time can we find the moon being in between these smokestacks from Père Marquette? Okay, so we're going to figure this out. I just have to do a little bit of juggling of apps here. Just give me one moment. So I'm going to stop sharing that screen. I'm going to look at you in the eye as I type to open QuickTime Player and tap on my iPad over here so I can be respectful. I'm going to look at File, New, Movie Recording here. Good. And just give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen in just a second here. Beach ball of death. Very good. iPad. Here we go. All right. And I'll share this screen. I swear this is working. Give me 3 seconds. And there we go. Can you see that? Let's get some, oh, Tracy. Tracy has a good point here. Tracy, a full circle is 360 degrees because of the Babylonian usage of the sexagesimal system, number of days in a year, and also because 360 is highly composite. That's a good point. It's a good point. Highly composite, I think, meaning it's divisible by like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 12. Anyways, we'll get back to the show here. Okay, so this app here, this is called Photo Pills. Okay, so I'm zooming in. This is the first time I've done this app on here, so hopefully this is kind of clear. This is a bird's eye view of well, it's a map. Okay, you've used maps before. Okay, so I can zoom in and out, and here I'm looking at Père Marquette Park. I'll make this a bit bigger for you. I'll go full screen for you. Okay, so this is showing that that photo that I took of those 2 chimney stacks. I took it from this location. You see what this red pin is? That is where I took it. All right. I'm going to find where those chimney stacks are on this map here. I'm not going to go super long on this because it's a little bit finicky. It's a little bit dorky. I don't want to lose your attention. Okay, you'll turn me off and put on Frasier or something like that. So I'll be quick about this. Okay, why do I use Frasier as the example? I don't know. Okay, so this is where I took the photo. That red dot. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to try to find those smokestacks, and they are over here. I'm going to keep moving over here, and there they are, right there. Okay, see those smokestacks right there? Now, what we have to find out is what is the direction? What direction is it from where we were standing in that park to those smokestacks? Okay. Now you could say to yourself with like a compass, well, that's kind of, southeast, I guess, but that's not really precise. We need to be pretty precise for these. And that's where we use these numbers, okay, these degrees, okay? So we're going to find out how many degrees it is. Remember, north is 0, east is 90, south is 180, west is 270, and then we get back to 360 or 0 when we go back to north. So we're going to try to find a number here. So I'm going to zoom out, and we can do some sort of broad look at this. Okay. Montreal kind of lives on a slant, not a slant. It doesn't go on a grid really. Okay. But from that red point, if we go straight down, that would be south 180, but it's not quite there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the direction that I'm pointing here. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, yeah, good. I'm moving. You can see how it's getting sort of shadowed behind there, but where I move this tells me which direction I'm facing. Just under where it says planner there, you see those numbers changing right there? This tells me which direction I would be facing, okay? I'm going to look you in the eyes as I say this. It shows you which direction you're facing, okay? So if I was to point this north, okay, see how it, I'll zoom out a little bit here. It's basically 0 at that point, okay, good. And if I move sort of down to northeast, it's about 45 degrees. And if I go true east, it's 90 degrees right there, okay? Now the smokestack is sort of more southeast this way. So I'm going to find this number, okay? Again, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you here, okay? So I'm just going to point it down this way, and I'm going to find that this line lines up with the smokestacks there, okay? So I'm almost there. I'll zoom in really close to these smokestacks so you can really see what I'm talking about here, and I'll make this big, okay? So I'm moving this line, this white line, in between the smokestacks, right there, okay? Okay, so it's at about 148 degrees, okay? And that kind of makes sense, all right? It's sort of southeast that we're looking here. So 148, that's the number we're looking for. Now, I'm going to show you a different app here, okay? This is called Stellarium. That I use this all the time. It's for starters, for somebody who's new to this, I probably don't recommend it. There's other apps out there called like Starwalk 2, but this one is really good to get those precise sort of angles that you need if you want to get shots like this. So I'll show you sort of a different point of view with these directions here. So I'm going to open up Stellarium, and here I have the sky lined up the way that the moon and Mars will be on the night, on the day that Perseverance, the new Mars rover, lands on the red planet. Now, what I can do, and I'll go to the exact time here. Let's go to 6:30 p.m. Why not? Okay, I can tap on the moon and get some more information about it. If I tap the bottom there, and unfortunately I can't really zoom in too much more than that, but these numbers at the bottom there, okay? Now I mentioned before, remember that AZ and ALT and stuff like that? AZ is kind of the number we're looking for there. That stands for azimuth. I don't really know the etymology of that word, but it's basically how much north and east and south and which direction are we facing, basically, okay? Let's look, there's moon and Mars right there, and you can kind of see that it's like kind of south kind of southwest, all right? What I'm gonna do to make this a little bit easier is I'm gonna move the time backwards just a little bit so that the moon is directly south, okay? So it's just above that S right there, okay? See that? So you see that S, that stands for south. Make this full screen for you. And the moon is just above south, so it's directly south. And if I tap on the moon, I get that full information there. I get it. This is kind of dorky, okay? All right. But you see there, it's at that AZ 183, okay? Again, north is 0, east is 90, south is 180. So this is just a little bit past south, a little bit past south. And as time goes forward through the day, that number will increase. You can see it moving up there, 190, 100, 200, and all that, okay, as it's moving through the night sky. Now, what we need to do is that number we mentioned. I'll put my face back here. Why not? I think we said 148. So we need to have this moon, if we want it in between these smokestacks, to be at 148 degrees. So we have to wait a certain day for this to happen. Now, we also have to do something else. Altitude, okay? Altitude, okay? It has to be the right height. And I'll just stop sharing my screen for just a moment to prove something else here. So I always have something to prove. Share screen. Okay, it's not just about getting the direction right. The altitude also has to be correct. How high in the sky it actually is. Okay, so let's see, that work? Yeah. Sometimes the moon it might be in that direction, but it might be too high. Okay, and we won't get the picture we want. Okay, what we want is for the moon to be at that direction, but then also low enough that it'll be in between those two smokestacks. Okay, this is the dorkiest you're going to be all month. By the way, this is this. It doesn't. This is beyond this. Nothing is really gonna beat that. Okay, so this is about 10 degrees. Okay, 10 degrees altitude. All right, so we need it to be 148 azimuth and 10 degrees up above there. I'm gonna cheat. Okay, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you to Fraser. I don't want to lose you to Fraser Crane. Okay, I'm gonna show you just back in that Photo Pills app in a second the exact day that this will happen. Okay. Now, hopefully, I'm proving to you that you can get really technical with this, and it's your first time hearing that you can plan shots like that. This is a good crash course. If you don't get all of it, that's okay. But this is how actual photographers and professionals and wannabe professionals plan their shots like that. Okay, so I'll just share my screen one more time. Share screen. There we go. I'm going to go back to that Photo Pills app. And if you have any questions, please throw them in the comments here. Okay. Okay. So the direction is right there. You see this blue line? I'll make this nice and big. This blue line. If I move forward in time, I can move forward in time just dragging my finger. See that blue line sort of moving, sort of the bottom right to kind of the bottom. That is the moon. Okay, that is showing me which direction the moon is. Okay, so I'm going to move that that blue line in between those smokestacks that we were just showing right there. Okay, I'm just going to go backwards a little bit in time. Okay, see that? So it's showing me that the moon would be in between those smokestacks, but it would be very high up in the sky. If we look in the sort of the sidebar of this app here, it shows me sun and moon. There's a lot of numbers there, okay? Names and numbers and whatnot. So the moon is in the right direction, but it's too high, okay? It shows me that it's 104 degrees above. That's way too high, okay? I'm going to skip through. I'm going to go to, I believe it's May 29th. May 29th. So I'm going to go to May 29th, and I'll show you if this actually works. I'll go to May 25th actually to start. Done. Okay. And I can get that blue line coming up right. One sec. There we go. So we can see that blue line again, right there. I'll just move it back and forth a little bit so you can see that. Okay, new line. And this date, the moon is in the right direction, and it's at about 14 degrees high. Okay, so it'd be just above those smokestacks, just above. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. I believe it's May 29th that this is the actual day. So I'm just going to move forward in time a little bit to May 29th, and let's see if we can get this right. Just back a little bit. Okay, the blue line is in between those smokestacks there. And on the side there, it tells me that the altitude is about 13 degrees, okay? I'm gonna say that's close enough, okay? So what we'd probably be able to see, and I'm gonna stop sharing that screen there and close QuickTime because it is a hog, and share this screen here, my slides. There we go. I'm gonna say May 29th, we would be able to get a photo just like that, okay? You can plan far in advance, okay, with this stuff. This is the beauty thing of astronomy, is that you can depend on it, okay? It's like a GMC truck. I know nothing about trucks or GMC, but I hear they're dependable, okay? There's no air up there. There's no politics up there. They just go around, okay? It's a vacuum of space, okay? Devoid of conflict, except when there is, okay? So May 29th, that is when this will maybe likely, well, we'll be close, okay? I'm gonna try this out, okay? And I wanna keep trying to find these types of events like this. And I do have a section on my website I'm not gonna talk about called sightings, where you can plan these shots out. I think it'd be really cool. If I've been talking for an hour and 7 minutes, okay, 30 minutes, Jack is here. Jack, yes, I think it would be that time too. It would be pretty past your bedtime, Jack. Let's put that up on there. God, he's observant. Jiminy. All right. Good on him. Good on him. All right. So this is kind of what the Future Skies does. I've used apps like this to try to figure out where these scenes would happen and what interesting sort of combinations you can get, along with Montreal sort of backdrops as the settings for. I think you can kind of look at your city a little bit differently. So if you don't have one, go and get one. If you go to the website too, I have a newsletter. Okay, so you go to the website. I have a little section there called Future Skies I've made there. I have a newsletter just for the coloring book. So to get free downloads like this thing here. Again, I don't like talking like a marketing person, but there's also, I have a general newsletter called Splashdown. Okay, and each week I put it out and tell you what's going to be visible in the sky and articles and fun little things there. News, we have no time for news. Okay, I talked for 70 minutes at this point. Jiminy. All right, we're not going through any news. Okay, but if you do have questions, gosh, I'll take them. I'll take some questions. Any questions, anything you want, anything you'd like. I'll stop sharing that there. Tracy says, so much fun, and Jack says, thanks. He got it to stay up late. Well, he's going to have to stay up late for May 29th because he's going to have to get a photo of the moon in between those chimney stacks. Isn't that right, Jack? So that's another thing to take into account is what time of day this will happen, okay? And that is dependent on the phase of the moon, too. That's a completely other thing. I can't open that can of beans. But, yeah, you have to be mindful of that, too. Hopefully we'll be able to be outside at 2:30 in the morning on May 29th. Hopefully the curfew will be finished by that point. Okay. I'll give you a moment. I'll have a little drink of water to start. And if there is no questions, that is perfectly fine. Other things too. Tomorrow is going to be quite fun. Hopefully, if it's clear. The space station is, you've probably seen the space station before. Well, maybe you haven't. I'm making a lot of assumptions there, aren't I? The space station looks like a bright dot moving across the night sky. There's different apps you can get that tell you when those passes will happen. We generally see it at nighttime, just after sunset or just before sunrise. But tomorrow and Sunday in Montreal, something special is going to happen. The space station is going to fly in front of the sun for about 1 second, 1.5 seconds, something like that. Not very long. It moves very fast, and it'll move in front of the sun very, very quickly. And so I'm going to try to take a video and get some photos of it. With my telescope and the phone I'm talking into you with right now. I did it once in September and was able to get an all right shot for my first time. I was really pleased with that. And so I'm going to try again tomorrow. Hopefully I get a little bit more clear. Try that out. It's interesting. It's happening on Saturday, tomorrow, and Sunday. We'll have 2 chances to do it. Hopefully it's clear. Hopefully it is clear. So trying that tomorrow. My cousin, here we go. Very cool, Trev. No, very cool. Thanks, Trev. Jackie, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on in. Coming on in. Tracy Rosen. How long will it take video from Mars Perseverance to get here? Jack asked. This is a great question. Great question. Yeah. I mentioned at the top of the show, sorry. Ed Sullivan, back from the dead. Mars is very far away. Okay, so when the Mars rover lands, we're not going to get live video of it. We're not going to get SpaceX quality type of like landing on the surface because it's so far away. What is the limiting factor? The limiting factor is light. Okay, light moves very, very fast, but across very long distances, it can seem actually quite slow. Okay, so if you were to move at the speed of light from Earth to Mars, I think at the point where they are right now, it would be about 20 minutes. No, sorry, 10 minutes before your little light would be able to reach Mars. Not just light, data as well. Okay, radio waves also move at the speed of light. So video and data that will be sent back to us is on a delay. Okay, so it takes a long time for that to happen. Also, too, you can't get like video, kind of like as I'm live streaming to you right now, for reasons that I don't know too much about. But what will happen, and this will take probably a couple of weeks for the data to get to us, is there are some HD, some high def cameras that are going to be recording as it is landing on the surface. So we're going to see that, you know, the engines fire and maybe the parachute come out. I actually don't know what angles they're going to have, but we're going to get HD footage of it coming down, landing on the surface. That's going to take probably a few weeks for us to get that data all sent to us, and then for them to process it, I assume. But that's going to be really, really cool footage. Another cool thing, I think Jack may have, if they watched the Cosmic Club a few weeks ago, I was talking about Mars and this rover. The rover has a little drone, a little helicopter on it. And what I'm excited for is, and we're going to see this probably in the next, I don't know, this could be a couple months actually, video footage from the rover watching as the little drone goes and flies on its own. That is going to be, one part's really, really cool, but also kind of like very uncanny valley. It'll just look very odd, just seeing like something that is totally on its own accord. It sort of has all the code written in it to fly on its own. We'll send the command to say, okay, go now, but then it'll fly on its own. That's going to be very, very interesting footage. Extremely interesting footage. And it's going to be fun to watch. So did I answer his question? It's going to take at least a couple of weeks for days, weeks for us to get some video from it. Images take, we can get those down pretty regularly. But because video is basically hundreds or thousands of images all stacked together, mushed together at once, that video itself could take a few days. But I could be wrong. Lord knows I have been before. Lord knows I've shared my screen without knowing that it was just showing my face huddled down on my laptop like that. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. If you do want some live commentary while it's going on, Deborati herself, the woman who lives here in Montreal and did the drawing for this, She's going to be on a live stream on Thursday, talking all about it. In fact, the host of the live stream is from Alberta. There you go, Jake Robbins. Jake Robbins, yes, Jake Robbins. I'll see if I can post a comment. I'll message you directly, Tracy. Hold me to it. Okay. But yeah, we need to see Deborah Roddy doing that. Jack says thanks. Trevor says you're welcome and thanks. So we're even. We're even, Jack. We're even. Okay. I think I'll just show my last slides. Support. Some of you have already become supporters since the last stream I've done. Okay. Thank you so much. If you do want to, send me a $1 or $2 or buy me a coffee. There's a great website called Buy Me a Coffee. It just helps. Buymeacoffee.com/Plateau Astro. You can send me, I think like $5 here, and trust me, I will use it for coffee. You wonder where all this enthusiasm lies. Yes. There's also Patreon. So if you do want to support on a monthly basis, low is $2.50 per month. I changed it so it's actually Canadian dollars now. So $2.50 actually means a legit $2.50, a toonie, and 2 quarters. Okay. So low is $2.50 a month. That's criminally low. That's like 60 cents a week. My gosh, this is like a UNICEF commercial. I shouldn't make those jokes. A bunch of different other tiers there, and you can at certain levels get free coloring books. Free as in you're paying to support me while you do it. That's patreon.com/Plateau_Astro. I have to mention it. It'd be criminal if I didn't. Here's some of the supporters. I'm not going to say them all by name because I don't want to keep you from your Frasier. Thank you, especially Marie Clutch. She became the highest tier as soon as I finished my last stream last time. Your books are on the way. I printed them all, and I'm constructing them when I have time this weekend. I swear. Okay, I have 22 supporters now. I'm hoping to get this up to 50 before June. So I'm gonna make some more videos, sort of supporter videos, entice people to do it. I think what I'm doing is kind of different, kind of unique, a little bit bonkers. So if you enjoy bonkers people who are doing some interesting things, especially in their city, just saying. Thank you for all who have supported. Thank you in another language. I believe this is French. Yeah, so that's Future Skies. Future Skies. This was a super fun project to do. 20 bones, and things to look forward to through 2021. You need it. You need it. You know who I am, and you know that I speak 2 languages, kind of. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much. I can't believe I shared my screen for 4 minutes, and people were yelling. People were yelling in the comments section, but we came back. We came back. Did I really think that was going to take 30 minutes? An hour and 20 minutes. He did it. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna let you go. If you do, sign up for the newsletter. I'll put this here for just a moment. Show you how to sign up to it, because I think my parents aren't on it, and that is criminal. Share screen, application, Chrome tab, new tab. Okay. Plateau Astro. Right there. Okay. So I have this new part of the section called Future Skies, right there. And this talks all about a book for the future. Very cute, very cute. So you can buy one right there. I think most of you who are in the chat right now actually already have one for it. But here, if you're looking for the free download for it, here's the upcoming dates for it, right there. Okay, all the information for it, including, I wonder how this will be. This will be quite meta. There's the embedded video for this video. What happens? Let's see. Watch the live. Okay, good. It doesn't show me repeating me. We'll run into an infinite loop. There it is right there. But then also, if you do want to get onto the newsletter, again, just go to Future Skies and scroll into the bottom, and right up there. Okay, there's 2 of them. Splashdown, which is the general one, which I do every Sunday, though Monday, people seem to open it more on Mondays. So maybe I'll change that. Just shows different news that I'm doing, different streams like this, announcing that there. And then things you can see in the sky on sort of each week. And then, of course, just the one for the coloring book right there. So it does work. Okay, cool. That's that. I think I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay, why not? And start enjoying your weekend. My gosh. And Jack, you said thanks again. Not again, but I'll put your comment up again to show my appreciation. All right. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Friday, you can finally start. Jack, go to bed. Shut up, Trevor. He's saying over there. Thank you all. Talk to you soon.